Hey, what's up guys? Alex here with a new video, and as promised, we have a fun comparison today. We will be looking at the new Leica Summicron 50mm SL, and we'll be comparing it against the new Sigma 50mm f2.DGDN contemporary lens. If you're new to the channel, I am a portrait photographer based out of Orlando, Florida, and I primarily shoot with Sony and Leica. I've done reviews on the Sigma and on the Leica Summicron on this channel, so if you want to check those out, feel free to look at my videos. Today, we will be comparing both of them. Like I do with all my videos, I will be providing you with the raw samples for you to download so you can check out the files yourself. It's one thing to see them on this YouTube video, it's another thing to download them and actually compare them on your own computer screen. With all my comparisons, I cover three things: price, build quality, and image quality. So let's kick things off with price. So for price, this is an easy fight. The Sigma retails for $639, while the Leica retails for $1,895. Give or take 3 times the price of the Sigma. Are you getting 3 times the value? Well, we will answer that question towards the end of the video, but that is a tough hill to climb. So from the value perspective, the Sigma is a clear winner here. Now from the build quality perspective, I will say this, I don't have both lenses on me. I only had them together for about 24 hours, and I didn't get any B-roll of them together. I did take a few pictures of both lenses, so I will provide those right now. But I can say this, both lenses offer an all-metal construction. Both lenses feel great in the hand. The Sigma is lighter, is smaller, has an aperture ring, and an autofocus switch. I personally think the Sigma gives you the most M-like experience on the Leica SL because of how the lens balances with the camera. It is truly special. Now the Leica Summicron adopts Leica's new design language, which means it's a smooth lens, no switches, no aperture ring, a modern design. It feels great in the hand, and it's also very lightweight. It is bigger than the Sigma, and it is slightly heavier, even though the weight difference is hardly noticeable. Again, in the design department, this is going to be preference. I personally like the way the Sigma looks and feels with the SL, and I'm going to give this round to the Sigma again. I'm telling you, you have to try this lens. It is a match made in heaven with the SL system because of how it balances and how it feels. But in the end, price, build quality, those are all part of the equation. I think the biggest thing everybody wants to know is, how do these lenses compare in image quality? So I'm going to go ahead and pull up some images for a comparison. Before that, I'm going to play a slideshow with the images shot with both lenses, both edited with my preset, which is available in the description down below if you like the look. After that, we'll compare the raw files and sort out who the winner is here between these two lenses. So let me roll the slideshow. Okay, what did y'all think? I will say, when you look at the edited images and you're not pixel peeping, both lenses look very similar. It's hard to tell a difference. But when we dive into the raw files, you're going to see that there is a clear winner here. So enough of me talking, let's go ahead and dive in. On the left-hand side, you're going to see I have the 50 Summicron SL. On the right-hand side, I have the Sigma. All settings are the same, white balance is the same, and these are raw files. Like I said, both here are shot with the same white balance, and you're going to notice that the Leica leans more towards the greens, while the Sigma leans more towards the magenta side. Both are correctable when editing, but out of the camera, both lenses lean different directions as far as color. Zooming in 1:1, you're going to see here that the Sigma is just a lot sharper. As a matter of fact, it looks like the Sigma is just out-resolving the Leica by a lot. You can see the detail in the model's face, you can see the texture, and on the Leica, it's looking a little smooth because it's just not as sharp. So from this image sample, the Sigma is significantly sharper. Let's take a look at more files. Again, we have the Leica on the left, Sigma on the right. You're gonna notice that again, the Leica leans more towards green, Sigma more towards magenta. And zooming in, we're gonna see the same thing. The Sigma is just a sharper lens. And it's not by a little, it's by a lot. I'm not sure if YouTube will show the differences. Like I mentioned, download the files so you can see them yourself. Looking at the background here, you're gonna see that both images provide a nice smooth background. Here in this example, the Leica has a little bit more green fringing on this tree than the Sigma does. Overall, both lenses do a really good job with green and purple fringing, but you can see that there's a little bit more in the background on the Leica lens. Let's go look at more images. So looking at these two images, one thing you're gonna notice is the perspective looks a little different. Now I used a tripod in all these examples, so that's why the composition isn't the greatest, but I really wanted to see the differences between these two lenses. From this example and from all the examples, you're gonna start noticing the Sigma is more of a 50mm and the Leica is more of a 48mm. Now you might be wondering, Alex, why are you assuming that the Sigma is more of a 50 and not a 52 and the Leica is more of a 48? I also compared the Leica 50M Summicron. I will be doing a video on that later, and the M Summicron has the exact same focal length as the Sigma, which tells me that the Leica Summicron SL is a little bit wider. I'm assuming 48, 49mm. Let's go ahead and zoom into this image. And again, here we're gonna see that the Sigma is just sharper, more detail, and again, it's just a sharper lens. Zooming out, background looks almost identical, pretty much same findings. Let's go ahead and look at another set of images. Looking at this set, again, you're gonna notice the focal length difference. The same key attributes we've been noticing. Leica's leaning more towards the green, Sigma more towards magenta. Zooming in, the Sigma is just a sharper image. There is no doubt about it. In all the tests, the Sigma is a sharper lens. Looking at the background, they both render very similarly. As a matter of fact, it's hard to tell a difference in the background between both lenses. Again, the sharpness difference is very noticeable. The background blur, the bokeh is pretty close to identical. So let's look at one more image and then we'll wrap up our thoughts. Now, this image here is pretty boring, but I did it because usually when I shoot this statue, I can see purple fringing. Now, again, on the left-hand side, we have the Leica, Sigma on the right-hand side. Zooming in, we're gonna see that both lenses here do a very good job controlling the purple fringing. You can see a little bit here on the Leica and you can see a little bit on the Sigma, but very, very well controlled for these lenses. And I was very impressed by how well they do there. Looking at the statue and looking at this spider web, you're gonna see just, again, the Sigma lens is significantly sharper and you can just see more detail out of the lens. Let me go ahead and wrap this up and share my thoughts. Okay, to wrap this video up, there is a clear winner in this comparison. The Sigma 50mm f2 is lighter, cheaper, built just as well, and sharper. And at 1/3 the price of the Leica version, the clear winner here is the Sigma 50mm f2. Like I mentioned before, and I really mean this when I say it, when you attach the Sigma to the SL body, it truly feels like an M kit because of how small, lightweight it is, and the aperture ring in the front of the lens. It is the most M-like experience with autofocus you're gonna get on the Leica system. And that just gets me excited. When I had the Sigma attached to the SL2S, I just wanted to take that camera with me everywhere. And I just fell in love with the kit and how well that lens balanced with the camera. Now, the Leica Summicron SL was a joy to use as well, but at 3 times the price, you're not getting anywhere near 3 times the value of the Sigma. It's a little bit longer, it's a little bit heavier, and in the end, it doesn't win in any department. So like I said, the clear winner in this comparison is the Sigma 50 f2. Another option you have is the Panasonic 1.8S lens. As you all know, the Leica 50 Summicron SL is a rebadged Panasonic 50 1.8S, and I've seen some of those on Facebook Marketplace for around $250. That is a great deal for that lens. So if you see the Panasonic version used for $250, or even new, I think now it's on sale for $350, that is still a great option to pick up and buy. In the end though, I fell in love with the experience of the Sigma 50 f2, and I think I'm gonna buy a kit of these lenses to go with my SL2S. I'm thinking either 24 f2 and 50 f2, or maybe the 35 f2 and the 65 f2 that Sigma also offers. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you are interested, I'm also going to be doing a comparison between the Summicron SL and the Summicron M on my next video to see how an old design, a true M design, stacks up with the new SL50 Summicron. As always, guys, please smash the like button, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.